Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another episode of South of the Cheddar Curtain. As always, it's your boy, Devin Hine, sitting across the Microsoft Teams screen from the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Lucas Mueller. You want to start with the folks, Luke?
Hello, folks.
Well, friends. Another week, another Packer victory to discuss as the Washington Commanders came into Lambeau looking to take command, and by golly, they got demoted. This just in breaking news from NFL.com. The Washington Commanders have been renamed the Washington Cadets. They're sending their ass back to basic training. They come into Lambeau. The final score was 18-27, but it wasn't that close. It was never that close. We did pretty much what we did to the Lions to them. We shut them down with the pass rush, with the heat-seeking missiles that are all the guys that play in the back seven back there. And offensively, we did just enough to come away with the dub. But in both games, it didn't feel close.
No, I think that's a good point, right? Like in both games, the scores aren't crazy, right? And lead you to believe that, okay, this may have been a game. Absolutely not, right? Did I get a little nervous at times, especially in the first half when we were up 7-0? And I'm like, guys, we have like 200 yards of offense. They have 20. Like, we need to score and put them down, you know? But, hey, we just kept chugging right along. The defense never really let up, right? Garbage time points at the end there for them. Who cares at this point? Just we dominated and bullied both teams, which are not words we historically have gotten to use with the Packers all that frequently. But we were the better team. We came out hotter, which has been an issue with us for the last couple of years. Man, things just looked great. We just picked up exactly where we left off, like you said. Man, we're good. We're good. We're like good.
A lot of people are saying like the best team in the NFL right now. And
It's possible.
through 2 weeks, you ain't going to have me disagreeing. And in both these games, Luke, when you watch the tape, and yeah, I'll give my boy Andy Herman a little shout out here. He said the same thing, which, you know, although he says things that I say and doesn't shout me out yet, still respect you. But in both these games, you look back at it, you talk about leaving plays on the field, right? Where a receiver gets open, you just miss, or I can't even say a drop because we don't really do that anymore. So just those type of plays where it's you had the right look, maybe you just didn't go to the right guy, but plays were there to be made. Yeah, that's us leaving points on the board in both of these games. I would say at least 14 points we took off the board, more self-inflicted or more just, you know, missing a few penalties more in the last game. But again, it was us that dominated these games pretty much start to finish. Again, a little bit of garbage time late, but that's also by design, right?
Mm-hmm. Try to let them, if they want to take 7 minutes to score a touchdown at the end, we're going to let them do that because we know the math doesn't work at that point. They don't have enough time.
Absolutely. So another beautiful win. And I think before we go into I Think and I Know, I'm going to add a new staple to the show.
Oh, God, here we go.
We did it a little bit last week, but we've like never done it before. We've been doing our predictions for the games like forever. And so we were both right that the Packers won.
Yeah.
But for individual stats, Mr. Golden did not quite get, what did you say, 70 yards, 80 yards?
Something like that, yeah. Didn't happen.
We were just talking about the missed opportunity plays. We'll get back into it later, but like those, Golden could have had that many yards.
He could have. He could have had like 130 and 2 touchdowns.
But so I would say, I mean, you were right because they did go to him. We tried to get him the ball.
Yeah, we tried.
Often.
We tried.
And then your other one was Javon Bullard have a pick.
Man.
Not a pick, but did he have more solid open field tackles?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he had a good game. He had another really good game.
Was it in this game or against Detroit where it wasn't a bubble screen and there were 3 guys and he went through all of them? I think it was this game.
I think it was this one. Yeah. He's looking pretty good.
He's looking very good. Carl Brooks did have half a sack.
There you go.
Thank you, Carl. And Mr. Musgrave, he did fall down on one of his routes, but I believe he did have over 25 yards.
He did. I will say also, since we're talking about predictions, I believe I predicted 27-17. Did I not? I believe I did. So I only missed by them going for the dumb, useless 2-point conversion.
I'll give you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well done, sir. Yeah. I was maybe a little too much faith in the offense, but I mean, I'm a homer. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think and I know.
Okay. Can I go first just so you don't steal it?
Well,
I got one.
I guarantee you don't have my first one, but I'm just excited
Okay.
that you're jumping at the bit, so you go for it.
I thought about it on my way home today. I'm like, oh, I'm keeping this one fresh. All right. I think that the Jaden Reed injury will be a blessing in disguise for a couple reasons. Okay. Let's start with Jaden first. Naperville's home. He's dealing with the Jones fracture, right? Which is never going to heal on its own, essentially. You're going to need surgery at some point or something you're dealing with for potentially years, forever, from what I understand. So now he got surgery on both. Okay? So now when our boy comes back in 6 to 8 weeks, he's going to be a brand new man.
Readatron, if you will.
If you will. So that's phenomenal. It gave us a great piece of social media content when he came out high as a kite after the surgeries. And first thing he thought of, right, in his most uninhibited state, high as a kite on all the drugs. What'd he say, Devin?
Packers going with Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll keep the expletives out of it. Clean show for the family. But that, man, just ball on his mind all the time, right? First thing he thought of was like, we're going to the Super Bowl. That's what the true deep down Jaden Reed thought, right? Love that. And then also, for the more on-the-field product, I don't think it's going to hurt us that bad because it's going to force us, I think, to continue to utilize Golden in some different ways, right? I think he's going to take a lot of the Jaden slot stuff, right? Him and Dontavian. Romeo doesn't play a ton in the slot. So I think move him around a little bit more. Get Savion on the field a little bit more, which could be fun, right?
Savion.
And then also, realistically, we don't have to wait that long, hopefully, until Christian Watson's back. We're
Christian
only dealing
Watson,
with it.
he sounds like he's ready to come back now, which is
given,
insane.
Given what he looked like in training camp, I mean, the dude was running. He wasn't like light jogging, limping, whatever. He didn't look like Aiden Hutchinson last year type of thing. Like, dude was sprinting and cutting already. And that was months ago at this point. So we realistically have the Browns and then, the Cowboys after that, I think. And then we have the bye. And then we probably have Christian coming back right after that. At this point, that's what it's pointing to. So it's really only 2 games where we have this depleted receiving core. Then we get Christian, who's as important, if not more important than Jaden Reed to the overall offense. We get him back. And then at that point, we're talking with another 3 weeks. And then we get Jaden back. And at that point, we may be an absolute monster.
You said a lot that I wanted to respond to, but what first pops in my head is when you said depleted receiving core. Depleted.
In comparison.
Depleted. In comparison, yes, by default, one of our weapons is missing. So by definition, depleted, yes. However, we got the prestige version of a lot of these other weapons. Malik Heath out there making the best catch of a Packer receiver, like in the past 10 years, outside of Devontae Adams, because he's just like an alien, so he doesn't count for these type of things. Luke Musgrave, most involved maybe that he's ever been in the offense, like close to it.
Yeah.
Maybe the Rams game that I went to, but he looked phenomenal. And we're not just sending you on vertical routes. You're able to use his speed. We did a little play action rollout, which I always thought Josiah was going to do. Luke Musgrave, way better.
Way
Get
better.
him on those. The play action, the little flag coming back across, like you're going to be a lead blocker. Got the angles, and especially despite the fact that teams are shutting down the run, we will still run the ball. Teams
Committed.
have to respect the play action. So that's going to work. Luke Musgrave stuck up. Tucker Kraft is looking like the best tight end in the NFL and making a case for it. Your boy. I'll give you that 100%. There's that. Dontavian Wicks is now Dontavian Wicks again. Showed up big time. Only 4 catches, 45 yards, but all of them for first downs. All of them on crisp routes, showing that he is, when he wants to catch the ball, an elite route runner. Thank you very much. Insert angry Romeo Doubs, who you don't want angry Romeo Doubs. How did Dallas like angry Romeo Doubs?
They didn't like him at all.
He ain't going to go up, he ain't going to go for 150 like he did in Dallas, but is he going to give you 50, 60, 70 and be a wonderful contributor when Dontavian is catching the ball, when Tucker's running people over, where Musgrave is getting cheap yards? And then, oh, by the way, hello, Savion Williams. So I agree. It is going to be great that when we get Jaden Reed back, that Jones, whatever fracture, will be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be Redatron. He'll be ready to go. Christian Watson will be back by that point. The offense might just be a cheat code. I am sorry, the rest of the NFL. I am sorry, Bear fans. I have two shoulders. I have a very kind heart. I'm happy to bring you tissues, bring you ice cream, bring you chocolate, wine, whatever it is you need. It's going to get rough.
Oh, I love it.
All right, so this is going to be like a little depressing, but we're real here. And I know that if the horses struggle, the wagon will. Oh, I did it backwards, man. Like if the horses trip, the carriage will stumble. Okay. And what I mean by that.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Thank you. Oh, God, I had that all worked up. It's okay. When I introduced Foley and his wife after the wedding, they were like, "Oh, who's that guy in the friend group?" And like to open the doors and say, "I now pronounce you," Yeah, I butchered that. So
nicely done.
That's just what I do. Anyways. So our secondary, especially our corners, especially Mr. Nixon with his 5 pass breakups in one game, which, by the way, folks, nobody did that all of last year. So there's that. CV had a couple of nice pass breakups as well. Javalin Bullard was on him sticky in coverage in the slot. What makes playing cornerback so hard, Lucas?
You're reacting. You're doing nothing but reacting.
You're reacting because the receiver can do a lot of different things, right?
Anything. Yeah.
They have this route tree thing, right? Different routes you can go on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't know what they're going to do.
You don't. Would it be easier if that tree had like half of its limbs chopped off?
That makes things a lot easier, yeah.
That makes things a lot easier, yeah. So because of this pass rush, and it's not just Micah Parsons, it's been everybody. Rashawn Gary's had sacks in both games. Nessie didn't have one this week, but had a couple of TFLs and applying pressure. Carl with a half a sack, Wyatt with a sack. I think Cooper either had another half or sack.
Yeah, Cooper had one.
You're getting everybody is getting home. Not just Micah Parsons, but everybody is getting home. So our defensive backs are able to play more aggressive, more sticky, because guys are going to get home soon. And what I am saying is that I am hoping that everybody stays healthy, and there is no reason why this pass rush should diminish. But if there is a game where people have to go out, or people have the flu and they're not playing their best, our secondary may be exposed because of the way they're used to be able to play with this elite pass rush. That's all that I'm saying.
I think that's a good point, because if someone hits us with a double move, a sluggo or a hitch and go, and we don't get home, Nixon's going to be cooked. I mean, that man keeps his feet planted in the ground, his heels on the ground. He's not backing up on 3rd and short. Yeah, somebody's going to hit us with one at some point, right? They're going to finally block one up. We're not going to get home, and someone's going to hit one over the top. It's going to happen, given how aggressive this defense has been.
But I still say we keep up the aggression. I mean, we make teams make us play different.
Yeah, and make teams make the hard play. Hitting a 4-yard slant, easy. Hitting a 40-yard go route, harder, right? Make them hit that.
I mean, a 4-yard slant is hard unless it's Keyshawn Nixon on 4th down, and you need it.
True.
Just phenomenal play by the secondary. I mean, especially for guys, and this isn't Charles Woodson, this ain't Al Harris, this ain't Jarrett Bush. It's just great to see guys playing at an all-pro level like Micah Parsons said they would, and I'm really happy that he has come through with his promises.
Completely agree, and he's been as instrumental, it feels like, off the field or in the locker room or on the practice field as he has been during games, right? It's the energy, it's the mentality that he's bringing to the team, the aggression, the swagger, which was already there to a certain extent, but now we're just turning up to 11. and watching these dudes play their butts off and be this level of aggressive, phenomenal to watch.
It's a real family effort out there too. Someone
really
does
is.
something good, someone has a positive play, and it's everybody out there to congratulate and support. Even Savion Williams falling down in his jet sweep. Anthony Belton gives him a little shit and gets him up. Like as Matt LaFleur said, I love this team, and let's going forward, folks. This season has high aspirations. And there's a little bit of you that just wants to do the playoffs now, but let's just enjoy every minute that we got. All right?
Absolutely. It's about the journey and the destination if you get there, right? But yeah, let's enjoy the journey.
Hey, look at me. Fix that. When
we get there.
When we get there. And how we're going to get there is offense. We got that quarterback, Mr. Jordan Love. Lucas, give me your thoughts on the offense, sir.
Okay, so run game, not great. Right? We're going to start with that, and then I'll kind of ease into Jordan Love a little bit. The run game's been a little bit of a disappointment so far. Josh Jacobs. We also have to remind ourselves we're missing linemen, right?
But like Joe Schmoes, right? Like one of them is not really good.
Yeah, not like our all-pro level right tackle or whatever. Yeah, who cares?
Exactly. Thank you.
So they talked a lot about playing a rookie for the Commanders, right? This Connerly kid out of Oregon. Highly touted prospect, very athletic right tackle that got whooped by Parsons over and over. You know who they didn't really talk about? They didn't really talk about Belton. We were starting a rookie right tackle as well. Everyone seemed to forget.
How could we not talk about Belton when he had a no-scope club block to the side of someone's head that put their ass on the ground? I ain't never seen anything like it. I mean, when we're thinking we're drafting this mountain guy, right? Like his size and his physicality is what got me excited about him. But to see him no-look club somebody into the afterlife?
Hilarious.
A-B, A-D, baby. Anthony Belton all day.
It was good to see, but I think part of the run game issues are because the offensive line has not been cohesive the whole time, right? Like, this isn't the offensive line we thought we were going to have necessarily going into the season, but overall, we will 100% take that, only having 60% of our starters out there, right? Like, they're still playing great. But that slows down Josh Jacobs a little bit. So what do we have to do then, right? We're still going to feed Jacobs. He had 23 carries. Like, we're not going to stop that. Yes, Devin.
Another part of this is that teams are specifically crowding the box on early downs to make sure that we can't run the ball. And they are still respecting the play action, even if we're only getting 3.5 yards a carry, which, like, once we get the boys back, once we get Tom and Aaron Banks back, I expect we're not going to be running at that clip. Yeah,
I agree. But then what happens, right? We get a little creative. And we saw some of that. Savion Williams, 2 carries, including the 16-yarder that he slipped on in the middle of open field, which was unfortunate. But, hey, it happens. We got Matthew Golden involved in a little bit, right? Use a little bit more of that to get to the outside where Jacobs isn't naturally going to go. And, of course, we had the Angry Run Award winner this week, that was Jordan Love, trucking people out there as well. So, overall...
He bent Trey Amos' spine.
He did. Now, did you see that if he somehow didn't, I mean, he was probably going to die because Frankie Louvu was coming for a kill shot and missed because Jordan slowed down on his way through Trey Amos. But Louvu was coming with bad intentions and completely whiffed and looks hilarious. But we were very close to probably not very good for Jordan Love. But at the end of the day, with all that mixed together, 30 carries, 135 yards, 4.5 yards a carry.
Not bad.
That gets the job done at the end of the day, right? Now, Jordan. Outside of his little Josh Allen impression, which was fun to see, and came on 3rd and 9, pretty big moment in the game, right? We kick a field goal to go up 3 early, or that turns into a touchdown drive. That changes things.
Big play.
But Jordan Love threw for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and left so much on the field, kind of to your point earlier. Golden should have had 2 touchdowns. One of them should have been like a 96-yarder, right? And obviously we went to kind of go on and score in those situations, but what I love is the aggression. The absolute aggression. he is just bombs away this season, and they don't feel like, for the most part, bad decisions. Right? We're being aggressive, but we're being smart about it. We're not throwing into triple coverage. We're not making bad decisions. We're just a little late, a little overthrown, what have you. But I love how we're kind of marrying that. The play action's still working, and what are we going to do with off the play action? We're going to bomb it, right? Jordan is proving that he is one of, if not the most aggressive passer in the NFL so far this year. I mean, it is just, man, we're trying. We're trying. And with all the speed we have on the field, I can't wait until it finally connects. But I thought overall he looked good again, right? And it's 2 games in a row that we can say he looked good, and we know he's still leaving a lot on the table. And so if this is, I know that I said this last week, but if this is kind of baseline Jordan, and we know we're going to see spikes higher than this when this connects, man, this is going to be a really fun offense to watch when we start connecting on these long balls.
Yeah, if this is the floor, him missing a few throws a game, and we're still putting up 28 points plus, like this will work, this will do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jordan's letting it air out for sure. I mean, there's a couple of those deep balls where you see somebody streaking across and it's an easier throw. Maybe I'd like to change that ratio just a tad, but like he's going to keep on swinging for the fences. It's unfortunate that Jaden Reed got hurt in that play, but that was an absolute
phenomenal
bomb.
And that was some avoidance in the pocket, step up off platform.
Yeah,
delivered an absolute dime.
You're also seeing, especially with Wicks, man, like the timing on their out routes.
It's poetic. You can't touch it.
Absolutely not.
When we kept running Wicks, and we did it several times in a row, it felt like Wicks got all of his catches within the first drive and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Put him in motion and then just have him full speed run 5-10 yards upfield and do a quick out with a rounded turn. You just can't do anything about that as the trailing corner.
2 or 3 yards of separation
immediately
on the break every single time. Yeah, and we've talked about this. He is like Devontae. Like that is his archetype. Like he's not the best. He's not super fast. He isn't the most physical dude in the world. Devontae's got strong hands, but Wicks just has good footwork and finds ways to get open. And the fact that he's catching the ball again, I am excited for Dontavian Wicks. I saw the ball go in his direction, and I was like, hell yeah, D. Hell yeah.
We are now between, because you're absolutely right. He's got a similar, we talked about this when we drafted him, right? I know I was pretty high on him at the time for this exact reason, but he has some oddly athletic similarities to Devontae in the fact that neither one of them have long speed necessarily, but they're both very explosive. Both had incredible verticals, good long jumps, that kind of thing, good short area quickness. So in a short area, they're going to be able to build that separation very quickly because they're going to be more explosive in and out of their breaks compared to whoever they're lined up against, right? That also helps in jump ball situations, all that kind of yada yada. But we are now between. He's gotten off of being Drop-Tavian, okay? And we're back. We're Dontavian, and we're back going towards Devontavian, right? Those are kind of the 3 versions of Dontavian Wicks. We're back in the middle, kind of arrow pointed up towards Devontavian Wicks.
And we're back in the realm of I'm excited to see the ball thrown his way.
Because I think something good's going to happen. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say, 3 to 5 games of Dontavian. He can be Dontavian again. I'm really behind that, and that would help me sleep much easier at night knowing that he can catch the ball.
100%.
Another thing on offense I just want to throw out there, Chris Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
On a 3rd and 18, I don't think it was a running back screen. I just think he was the dump off.
Yeah.
And took it for 16, and then I believe we converted the next play.
Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. That's a big play.
Is he going to have some identity crisis? Because you know what he was looking like, Lucas?
What was he looking like?
He was looking like a little 3rd down scat back that I've wanted for so long. He was looking a lot like a little 3rd down scat back, except he's big.
He's not little.
He ain't slow. He was able to make a few people miss, a little shifty, and then able to Chris Brooks, voice crack, falls forward. He falls forward. He doesn't go backwards. He falls forward.
No, he doesn't. And a play like that, you get 16 yards, we go for it on 4th down, we pick it up, the drive keeps moving, right? If you still make a good play and you get 10 yards, and all of a sudden it's 4th and 8, guess what we're not doing? We're not going for it. The drive ends, right? That's the difference that he can make. and he just does the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like every play he just does what's supposed to happen and makes the most of it. Is he going to rip off a 50-yard touchdown run? Maybe, but we haven't really seen that yet. But he's not going to do something stupid. He's not going to run for a loss of 2, right? He's going to do what he's supposed to do and maximize what he can on each play.
He is such a glue guy, though. Like,
such a glue guy.
Top of your head. Can you think of a single player that the team would maybe go crazy for if he would have a huge play like that? I mean, he's got to be up there, dude. Like, I mean, Micah Parsons aside, because he's on the other world, but
right?
like,
But not one of the top flight guys.
He's up there.
Yeah, he's probably up there. I think we already saw it with Luke against the Cowboys a couple years ago, but I think it'd be similar to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Any other thoughts on offense you want to get out?
I mean, we have to bring it up again. I mean, Tucker Kraft is he's George Kittle, right?
He's God.
He's so good, and it was really nice to see the rest of the NFL. They probably already know, but the rest of the world kind of see what we know we have at home. You know what I mean? We've known for a while now how good he can be and kind of the trajectory he's on. I don't think most fans really knew anything, right? Not to that extent. And the dude being able to go up the seam, I mean, he's wide open, but then rumble for 57 yards, right? Throw that dude out the club. Yeah. And then keep rumbling, right? So good, man. He is so good. And then on top of that, be a phenomenal blocker in the run game. He's so good. And I'm glad that we finally got to see him have that huge game, right? Like, 'cause even week 1, he came up big. We always know he's going to come up big. But he got 1 catch on like 2 targets or whatever. It's cool, and I hope we see more of it going forward, him kind of being a focal point in this offense, because we know he's going to deliver. And when he looked like he was hurt after that big play, I was panicking.
Yep. Yes, you were. I mean, understandably
like,
so.
What is happening? Don't put him. Why are we putting him back in? The dude's limping. Let him rest. Oh, man. Absolutely wild. But he is so good, man. It was a pleasure to watch him play.
It's a pleasure to watch him play every single week. This is another, like, hey, man.
I'm excited for it.
Be thankful for just having a player like Tucker Kraft. It was crazy. He had the most yards since, like, the Richard Rodgers game, and it's funny that that's the threshold.
Right. He's the best tight end we've had in a long time. Long time.
I, with a heavy heart, will say that in my mind of all-time Packer tight ends, Tucker Kraft has now passed Jermichael Finley, and that's saying a lot.
You're a big Finley guy.
Was a big Finley guy. I met HIPAA, so I'll be careful. I met a member of his family at work, and
you seem to run into a lot of people's families at work.
Me being my my wonderful, charming, awkward Devin self, this patient was kind of a quiet man, and same last name, and I was just like, hey man, I brought up football somehow. I was like, yeah, I'm a big cheesehead. Like, you're related to Jermichael? And he's like, oh, yeah, I am. And I'm like, oh, my God, how is he doing? Like, I totally went into fangirl mode. Like, I can't control myself.
I don't think everybody that listens to this is shocked by that.
Yeah, it's an authentic experience. All right. How about that defense? I'll just say, let's lead Keyshawn.
I have a phenomenal game. Phenomenal
Keyshawn's
game.
that dog.
5 PBUs. Another cool game for a lesser-known player on our team to kind of be put in the spotlight, right, on the national stage. Really cool to see, like you said, that having 5 PBUs in a game never happens, right? It's a pretty rare feat. Happens every couple of years. And he had more PBUs than, I know Andy Herman, I believe, said this, Eric Stokes did since like 2021, right? Total. And he had more in one game. Although I think Eric Stokes got one in the Monday night game against the Chargers. I think he got a PBU. They threw at him, the ball hit the ground, and I think they credited it with him. And I was happy for the guy.
Might have been a pity stat.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
I saw him out there a few times. I was just like,
he was playing.
Damn, Raiders, you guys do that to that team? You doing that to Geno and Pete Carroll? Putting Eric Stokes out there and starting CB? You trying to win games?
I'm hoping for him, right? I'm still rooting for him.
Was it just like an Al Davis pick? Like Like
They gave him like real money.
fast corner. Oh yeah, let's pick him up. Even though he's shown that he really can't play in the NFL anymore. Like
He might be making more than Keyshawn.
but he's got speed. So
He's got
is
speed.
he really?
Well, Keyshawn's making like nothing. We have him on such a good deal because we signed him to his extension before he kind of took over as CB1. He was still like newish to actually having to play as a cornerback. He was mostly a returner still. So yeah, we got him on such a team friendly deal. But he had a great game, obviously. I mean, Quay Walker had a great game, I felt, and even better than that, right? His running mate, Cooper, our boy Edge, and this dude might be the best linebacker in the league. Like, we knew it was coming, right? We knew he had that potential, but he is showing it so fast. And we saw it through the second half of last season once he finally got healthy, but to be able to see it kind of full time now from the jump, from the start of a season, and he is a dominating presence, and he just flies everywhere.
He is the exact opposite of DB Cooper. DB Cooper, the man who hijacked a plane and disappeared. Because DB Cooper disappeared.
You can find him everywhere.
Yeah. You can find Edgerrin Cooper everywhere. Like if you just, I don't know, somehow blur your eyes where like you can't really see body types and you can't see jersey numbers and like forget what you know all about formational, who lines up where. When the ball is snapped and you see somebody running like a heat-seeking missile and arrive with an intent of violence and to inflict pain, that is Edgerrin Cooper. He is everywhere. It's tough for me whether I prefer for him to be back in coverage because he is by far the best cover linebacker we've had in the middle of that defense, possibly ever. Like
yeah.
AJ Hawk Barnett. I'm still going with him. But then when he rushes the passer, he's just a beautiful balance, like the perfect balance of patience and explosion. Because he is so fast and so violent when he moves that he is able to let all of his boys in front of him engage in their blocks for a step or two. And then Cooper just sees where the hole is. And it's not like, someone's like, it's just getting the guy set up in their blocks and then they naturally, move left or right. And then there's just a hole made by the defensive line. He is able to wait to that point to then accelerate and go through. And then it's a heat-seeking missile. And quarterbacks these days, they don't have any flares in their pockets. So you're going down, sir.
And what I think is cool, we had 12 quarterback hits, right, in this game. 3 of them came from Quay and Cooper, with Cooper getting half a sack. And it's because he's faster, like quicker than Quay, right? But Quay's already a freak when it comes to that as well. They're both so good at that. And those delayed inside backer rushes, blitzes, I love to see. Because they frequently seem to come on longer developing plays. Quarterback's trying to read the defense. Thinks he may have time, potentially, right? And then all of a sudden, one of our inside backers just teleports to right in front of his face, and he has to panic and do whatever he can, right? It's so fun to watch, and the athleticism on this defense is wild. Absolutely wild. Athleticism and aggression is how they play. It just makes it so fun to watch. So fun to watch.
I love Jordan. I love the boys. I'm even saying Dontavian Wicks again, man. But both games and going into Cleveland, especially going into Cleveland.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm always way more excited to watch this defense. I mean, between the elite talents that we have at the edge, the boys in the middle stepping up, the freaks we have at linebacker. Keyshawn's crazy. CV's got a little attitude too. They're both playing the best ball they've ever played. Xavier McKinney is an all-pro, and we got younger Micah Hyde. Like, there is no place on this defense that I don't absolutely love. And I can't tell you the last time I felt like that.
And we also have Hobbs that we're easing back into it, right? He kind of split time, which is really fun because I think he can add a whole nother dimension as well. And we know he's crazy, right? They had to tell him to tone it down in training camp, so I'm excited to see him hit some other people as well. Also, just quick, fun little stat for you. We had 8 PBUs total. Okay, 5 of them were Keyshawn. Who had the second most?
Who's your co-host?
It's you, man.
Who is your co-host?
It's you.
So, do you really think I don't know that Devontae Wyatt had 2 BBUs, including trying to dive to catch a spike? The man is elite. I told you before the season. In our discussion of, well, Devin, at 28, defensive tackles are what they are. And I looked at you back and I said, well, Lucas, how old is he? He's 27. And by golly, Devontae Wyatt is making a personal case to you, sir,
Hey,
and to
I'm
the
good
rest of
with
the
it.
nation, that tier, whatever he was in your mind, needs to be stepped up.
And it is.
He is a preferred starter. I'm not saying he's like Jordan Davis or spit in your face Jalen Carter, but
he's showing
I'm more
something.
than happy.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Hot take. What would you prefer so far? 2025 Devontae Wyatt, 2024 Kenny Clark.
Oh, 100% Devontae Wyatt.
Ooh, that's what I thought. Is today the day I buy a Devontae Wyatt jersey?
It might be. It might be. And also, he had a sack, right? Just a really nice, well-rounded day from him. Gary got a sack. Parsons got the half sack because he was held. Edge Cooper kind of cleaned it up, right? Carl,
Nessie.
our boy Carl. Well, hold on, but who else had half a sack?
Carl.
No, not him. Newcomer.
Oh, yeah. Hook 'em horns, baby.
Yeah.
Baron Sorrell got on the field, did some things.
And he looked pretty good. If he
did.
comes on the field and looks pretty good and continues to look pretty good like that, I feel even better about our depth there at outside backer. I mean, that could be quite the rotation. I mean, 'cause we know we have Enikbari already, but with Cox out, if Sorrell comes in and starts playing really high level, and he looked good in his limited snaps, man, that's awesome.
And let's not forget, we got Micah Parsons, numero dos, coming back at some point, baby. Colin Oliver, Oklahoma State's own.
How could we forget? They're just so much
Never.
fun to watch. So much fun to watch this group. And obviously, Micah Parsons really elevates them, but I don't want it to be lost, and I don't think it will be, given how much time we spent talking about everybody but Micah Parsons. And what a good job the rest of the defense is doing. They're playing out of their mind.
And it's more important that we pay attention to everybody else. Like, Micah Parsons is going to feast.
He's going to be Micah Parsons.
That's not the part that we're worried about, right?
Right.
It's everybody else. Like, that was the big X factor with the Micah Parsons trade. And the defensive line, defensive tackles, I could not be more proud or more happy with how they played. And I was trying to speak it into positivity, but I would have honestly not expected them to look this good. Good job, Goody. Good job, LaFleur.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we talked about it. Other people talked about it. It makes sense when you're making a business decision like that you feel like you're able to do that because of what you have seen from the other people in your organization that would need to step into that hole that you've now made by trading away Kenny Clark.
You don't
If
do
they
that.
look like dog shit, if they look like dog shit, you wouldn't do that. But that was not the case. They look like sapphires, rubies. You pick your jewelry, my man, because they have been stupendous.
They really have been. They absolutely have been.
McManus had his one miss for the season, so that's out of the way.
Just get out of the way in a game like this. I appreciate that.
It was a doink, too. I mean, those should count for like 1.5 points, but whatever.
Yeah, overall, he did. I'm not worried about it right now. He drilled that 56-yarder after that. He looks fine.
On to Cleveland.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns.
0-2. They, I think they lost by a point or two week 1 against the Bengals, which
I think it was 17 to 15.
Start good.
I think 17-15.
Yeah. And then they got smoked by the Ravens last week.
Oh, absolutely smoked.
So when we think the Browns, first and foremost, Myles Garrett, he is a problem. They have a secondary with a whole bunch of names, but they never seem to play as well as I would think they would. Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Grant Delpit. I mean, Ward's good, but with how we move people around, and especially with their linebackers and what safeties they have, I expect Tucker can cook. I expect it'll be a lot of getting the ball out early so we don't have to deal with Myles Garrett, because that's someone who can ruin our season
very quickly.
Blink of an eye.
Very quickly, right? When you think of Myles Garrett, think of just bigger Micah Parsons type of deal. That's the kind of impact he's going to have, or he could have, right, if we don't do a good job against him. But yeah, their defense, just looking at all these people, they got a lot of people I remember. right? Like you said,
Yeah, a lot of names. A lot of
Newsom,
names.
Delpit, Ward, Devin Bush,
Love Devin Bush.
Carson
but he's not
Schwetzinger,
actually that
who was
good.
a
Oh,
second-round pick from UCLA this year. Mason Graham, first-round pick from Michigan, who's supposed to be really good.
Schlesinger got good hair. Just had to say it.
He does. He has quite the flow, which is
Very
good to see.
clay-like. It's
He looks pretty
doppelganger.
Clay-like. He really does. So really interesting defense. And hey, look, it's a good defense. They got destroyed by the Ravens, but you want to know who didn't play well and who they bottled up? Derrick Henry. He had like 20 yards. So this may not be the week that Josh Jacobs is going to cook.
I wouldn't expect that it would be, honestly. I expect more of the same. A little bit less on the play action deep shot just because of the Myles Garrett factor, but I expect that we can win on the outside and inside in the receiving game. Just get the ball out quick. A lot of 3-star drops. Jordan be decisive. Dontavian hit your out routes. Tucker Kraft run people over. Matthew Golden. Let's finally get on the same page and let's show everyone why you are the golden child.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that this can be a big week for him. It'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting against their defense. I don't think this is going to be our breakout 40-point performance necessarily, but I definitely think we can do enough to put this game out of reach pretty quickly, given their offense. Although their offense has some fun stuff going on that I'm excited to talk about. This is one of my more favorite bad offenses in the league, I would say, because they got a lot of dudes on it that I kind of like. Does anybody stand out to you before I kind of go on a tangent about like 3-4 guys?
We're probably talking about the same 3-4 guys. So
We might be.
David Njoku. Want me to go first?
You go first. Yeah.
All right. So David Njoku is an elite tight end.
Yeah, he's
he's
good.
really coming to his own. He was drafted as one of these height, weight, speed, vertical threats, maybe out of Miami 4 or 5 years back. Where you go to school?
I think you're right.
He feels like he'd be a Miami guy.
He's a Miami guy.
Yep. I've been throwing some colleges out lately, buddy.
You really have. Cincinnati with Eric Wilson last week.
Elite. So David Njoku is a problem. The height, weight, speed that he was drafted for has finally in the past couple of years really clicked. He is a problem. On the other side at tight end, you got Harold Fannin Jr. drafted out of what?
This is my guy. This is my guy.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'll let you jump on,
Okay,
but he's
go for it.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. Because it's a MAC school.
Mac guy.
Got you again. You got I think he's just huge. Like I know you'll dive into him more, but you wanted my description, so I'm giving you what I got. He's huge, right? He's like 6'7" or 6'8". Like he's a big boy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, keep talking and then I'll correct you.
Oh, okay, my bad. I just know he is a problem at tight end, so I assumed he was big. Whatever. Jerry Jeudy on the outside is now like reincarnated a little bit. He did some work with Jameis last year. His career appears to be in a better spot, kind of like it was his rookie year after he fell out of favor in Denver. And then at the running back room, Jerome Ford had been a very solid and like big fantasy guy coming in for Nick Chubb over the past few seasons. In the offseason, they didn't think that was enough, so they drafted Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee, who I think is a little shifty, and then Quinshon Judkins out of Ohio State. And with a name like Judkins, like
You're nailing
he
it.
He runs you over. Like they did a perfect, one's a little bit of speed, one's power. They drafted them both in the first like 3 or 4 rounds, so they were
Judkins
really
in the second
going
round, yeah.
really going for this power run game when you already have Jerome Ford. You got the corpse of 40-year-old Joe Flacco at quarterback who can still sling it. But when you're talking about this defensive pass rush, like I am licking my lips excited for this game, sir. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch the boys get after him.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Now take it away.
This is going to be fun. See, Joe Flacco, absolutely right. I mean, he's going to chuck it, right? If there's one thing Joe Flacco does, it is chuck the football.
And their offensive tackles have been like historically bad like the past 2 weeks. Like
DeJuan Jones,
DeJuan Jones
really
and
bad.
whoever else, they suck. So good luck. It's not like we have edge rushers. Oh,
Correct.
We have like 5.
Their interior is pretty good, but yeah, their tackles leave something to be desired. So yeah, we got Joe Flacco out there just slinging that thing at 57 years of age or whatever. It was never mobile to begin with. So, yeah, he's a statue. We got Quinshon Judkins, who is an interesting story, right? Because he had some stuff come up about him we're not going to get into, but caused him that he's currently under investigation by the NFL. He was clear of criminal charges, but he may still get suspended at some point eventually. Who knows? It's the NFL. They take forever.
Domestic. It was domestic, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I believe so.
Bruh, that love is so hard to find. Why would you do it to your partner?
Anyways.
What the hell's wrong with people? No, I mean, just a little PSA. Everyone be kind. That's all.
I understand. I'm with you. Just be good people, right? From a football perspective, he didn't practice until like last week, right? He got like 2 days of practice in and then immediately became the running back one. He was on the field for 27% of snaps. And on those 27% of snaps, they gave him the ball 10 times. Like, when he was on the field, he got the football. And he was by far the best running back they've had this year. So, really interesting. Don't really know if he knows the offense still. No clue. Because he didn't sign his contract until like a week and a half ago, too, because of all the investigations. So, he wasn't even like in the building. Dude just straight walked in off the street as a rookie, got handed the rock 10 times, and gave him 61 yards. Like, he's a dude. Right, so that'll be really interesting.
He is a dude.
There's just who knows how much he knows, and he can be in there, and he's going to be able to play third downs. And who knows? No one knows. They don't know yet, right? So that's fun. We got Jerry Jeudy, who actually was really only good when they had Amari Cooper. No idea why, but when they had Amari Cooper, that's when Jerry Jeudy went off last year. After they traded Amari Cooper, he sucked again. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. The guy I'm excited about.
Maybe Amari Cooper had more haters possibly than Jerry Jeudy, which probably maybe not. Jerry Jeudy got in with Steve Smith.
Yeah.
So
Jerry
he can kick rocks.
He's not the smartest guy in the world. But they got Cedric Tillman, who also from Tennessee. Guy I've been really high on since the draft. Big, strong, tall, fast dude, right? And built.
6'3".
Yeah, he's a big guy. He can run a little bit. Possession with some long speed. Type of thing. Guy I've really liked for a couple of years now. I loved him coming out of the draft. They also have Isaiah Bond because they just keep picking up all the misfits.
Oh.
Who was the tiny little speed guy who also had some court-related issues, right? At times, potentially. So he's the guy that came out and said he was going to break the 40 record at the combine, then ran like 4.4 and then like almost got arrested or something. So he also only weighs like 170 pounds. But so interesting, right? No one knows what he's going to do either yet. Got to make sure he doesn't beat you deep. Now, I don't care about David Njoku. Means nothing to me at this point because the Browns have Harold Fannin Jr. out of Bowling Green. Okay? Let me tell you a little something about Harold Fannin Jr. He was Bowling Green. Okay? He was Bowling Green. And he's not 6'7", right? He's not 6'6". He's probably not even the 6'4" he's listed at. Okay? 6'4", 240. Because he looks...
I whiffed. I'm sorry, folks.
Because on paper, he's the same size and 5 pounds lighter than Njoku, and there ain't no way. But this man in Bowling Green had over 100 catches, over 1,500 yards, and 10 tutties last year. Which is wild. And especially from a tight end, right? But my man doesn't just play tight end, right? He's not in line. He's not pulling a Tucker Kraft, right? Or George Kittle type of thing where they're going to be in a lot and blocking some and then release or whatever. That's not his game. You want to know what his game is, Devin? Everything. They line this dude up at fullback. They line him up in the slot. They very, very rarely line him up as the second tight end and two tight end set in line. They lined him up as wildcat quarterback. Like, the dude is everything. In his very first game ever, in week 1, they had him do all of that. They don't care. The offense was running around, through, to, and near Harold Fannin Jr., which is wild as a third-round rookie tight end.
From a MAC school.
And the dude produced, right? He produced in college. He's going to produce in the NFL. He is an offensive weapon. Think of him as a more polished kind of...
Taysom Hill.
No, I wouldn't say Taysom Hill because he's not actually going to play any quarterback. He can't actually throw the ball. I was thinking more like Savion. He's going to be... he's not as fast and all that kind of stuff, right? But as far as a chess piece for the offense, where you can have him run the ball, you can have him catch the ball, you can have him line up everywhere in the backfield and then run a route. You can have him in the slot, whatever it is. He's that chess piece on that team. Super excited to see him play for a full game. The dude's only 21 years old. Like he's somebody I'm really excited about in the NFL, just to see what the heck they do with him, because it's going to be fascinating. Every time he's on the field, I'm going to be watching him like a hawk, because he's going to do some stuff, right? Or at least he's going to try. I don't know if he's actually going to be capable of it against our defense, but wild, man. That's the dude I'm excited for.
I do love when you get the random like superstar athlete that went to a MAC school or like another small conference school that just, when you watch the tape, they are everywhere.
Just
so
everywhere.
I love the story. It is intriguing. But, with your comparison, I have to say that Savion took that personally. And while I'm sure that Mr. Fannin, based on what you've said, and I trust your analysis, he'll get a lot more touches and probably more yards. But my first prediction for the game is that if we can sit and watch it in totality, next week we'll be saying that Savion Williams had a better game than Mr. Fannin. Thank you very much.
I'm all for it, man.
I'll take my gadget guy over that one.
If that's what happens, I am here for it.
All right, but let's rewind. So let's go to game prediction. Are you okay at this point?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to say 28-20. I don't think the Browns are super good, but they do have an crazy backfield. And I think we'll see a little bit more of this like foot off the gas.
Yeah.
Because we know what this defense can do for us, and trying to go back and throw the ball when we have the game won, right? What does that put you at risk for?
Myles Garrett.
And if we're up by enough and the defense is shutting them down, like in the Waterboy where they knee it 3 times and punt, like do what you got to do. It's fine. Now, if we do have, a missed play or Junkins trucks somebody or, they start moving and grooving, then we need to get going again. But I'm not expecting a huge offensive day. I'm predicting Savion Williams will look better in totality with whatever he has than Mr. Fannin will. And defensively, I'm going to have your back here.
Okay.
Because with this pass rush, a lot of quick throws. So now I'm going to say Javon Bullard interception. And I'm going to say he takes it home.
Phenomenal. Okay. Yeah, the offense, man. I don't know what to make of them. 27. Because we keep scoring 27. I'm just going to say 27 until we score a different number. Yeah, man. Like 27-13. I think it's going to play out very similarly, right? Where we look good. We both probably score before halftime, and we kind of look in control and pull away a little bit. That's my guess. Before they get a garbage time, couple field goals or something.
You feel me, though, with like the whole Myles Garrett effect? Like if we're up, just chill. Like I'm okay. We don't need to go and risk anything here.
I think you're right. I think we get a Chris Brooks receiving touchdown. And that'd be phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And I think we get a Nessie strip sack.
I love both of those.
Yeah, if both of those happen, I mean, we're going to crush them.
Absolutely.
100%.
50 burger. All right, a little quicker on the NFL.
Yeah, real quick. Let's
news and notes, thoughts?
Little division talk. Let's keep it to division talk.
Division talk. Okay. So recapping the Bears-Lions game.
There's not much to recap.
I can keep it real simple. The Lions looked like the Lions last year, and the Bears looked like the Bears last year.
There's really not much more to say, right? The Bears refused to utilize their offensive skill positions that they spent the first and second round pick on. They had a combined 0 catches between Colson Loveland, the tight end they picked 10th overall, and Luther Burden, who we both loved.
You got hey man, you got Amalda whatever Zacchaeus and Durham Smythe. I don't know the name.
So I mean, how dare pull? Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, you got elite backups there that really, I mean, both Loveland and Luther Burden are really going to have to push to earn snaps, folks. I'm being completely sarcastic. I mean, these players are fine, but like, why do you take somebody in the first 3 rounds? It's for their high athletic upside. Are you dumb, Bears? Like, do you want to win? Do you want to win?
I really don't get why they're not like trying to utilize them. Wouldn't you like draw up plays for them at this point? Get them involved somehow? Get them on the field?
You drafted them for a reason, right? Like, there must have been plays that you saw that they did that you liked, and you're like, oh,
I want to do that.
We could use that in our offense. So why don't you just like copy and paste that shit if you're that dumb? Is it that hard?
Especially Ben Johnson of all people, right? Rome looks
Mr. Guru.
Rome looks like wide receiver 1 there, Rome Odunze. Caleb's not really feeding DJ Moore. Caleb made a dumb decision on an interception. And overall, besides that, looked fine, right? He looks fine. They're fine.
That interception
was hilarious.
But it also just brings a word to mind that I think really fits him. Careless.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You can't even take the effort to give a little more mustard on that ball. He was just trying to throw it away.
But why throw it 30 yards downfield away when you could just throw it like 5?
Yeah, because it's Caleb Williams.
And he's outside the pocket. Just throw it outside.
He's out of the pocket. He's out of the pocket within like 2 seconds after the ball is snapped.
You only have to make it across the line of scrimmage, which wasn't very far.
It's real pressure imagined. He feels it. Mm-hmm. He feels it every time.
He does. And then the Vikings, man, like, woof. They reverted to the first 3 quarters. They looked absolutely tragic. They got our boy Aaron Jones hurt again. JJ McCarthy's out for a couple of weeks. We get the Carson Wentz show, which means he's going to light it up this week, 100%. Right?
McCarthy's out for a few weeks?
Yeah. He's out for a few weeks. We get Carson Wentz for multiple weeks. This is going to be great.
This is incredible television.
Now, like I said, Carson's going to come out and light it up and then be trash immediately following, I feel.
I don't.
He's going to whip that thing down to – he's just going to be JJ's down there somewhere. You know that's coming.
He should. Again, you have him. You have Hawkinson. You got some don't you got some like little receiver who could fly out a Lambo if it was windy outside? Don't they have that guy? Don't they have Ty Felton out of Maryland that you were in love with?
They do, and they don't use them. So the NFC North just picking people I love and doing nothing with them.
Yeah. The stat of the day for Mr. McCarthy was that his passer rating would have been better on the day if every single play he just
chucked it on the ground. Yep.
Yeah, that's rough. And the fact that Aaron Jones is now out for 4 weeks, and I mean that's a stock down for sure. But we're gonna see. Depending on which shade of Wentz we get, there is a world where their ceiling is higher and their offensive output is better with Carson Wentz back there.
Because he's going to chuck it. You don't know who
he's going to chuck it.
But he's not going to be as hesitant. Yeah, he'll do something. It'll be interesting. They'll definitely be more fun to watch with Wentz. That's for sure.
For good or for bad.
Yep.
Definitely
it will be cinema.
Alrighty, folks. Well, until next time.
Go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.